Hello and welcome back to the channel, Life of Bonsai. Today, I'll be working on my Chinese elm. Now, this year, I'm finally going to get to repot this tree. As you may know, last year, I was supposed to repot it into a smaller container. However, just as now, the tree is starting to bud out way too early. Now, this time around, the tree did not completely go into dormancy. So it was kind of like a partial dormancy. It did not drop all of its leaves. But now, as you can see right here, the buds are starting to swell a little bit, and some of them are already starting to leaf out. So I don't want to wait any longer, and I want to go ahead and repot this tree. It should be fine. Now, also, I want to work on the roots. As you can see, it's got a pretty decent Ivory, pretty nice quirky looking thing, and it had more a little bit up here, but they kind of fell off a little bit. But that's fine. I'm going to work on this ugly mess of roots right here and do a full bare repot. So that is the goal for this video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this repot of this tree and see what we can come up with and get a fresh new repot. Let's get started. So I'm going to take the tree out of the container. Oh, and out with this. Now I'm going to remove, if there is a mixture here of bonsai soil around, and then right in the middle there's just a bunch of regular potting mix, which is the one that I want to get rid of. So let's start working on that. So I'm just gonna rake away the bonsai soil because I want to reuse it. Just take it away. So I want to reuse this bonsai soil, so I'm just gonna get it off, and I'm confident this tree is gonna do really good with this repot. Don't think it's going to be affected. Chinese elms are pretty hardy trees, so don't think it's gonna make the tree, go bad or anything like that. This can be really good. So that's what I'm doing here, just removing that bonsai soil before I start working on removing the regular nursery soil. Now I'm about to do some drastic things right here. So I'm going to saw half of this root ball out there. There we go. Save some time and gets us working on the right direction. So with that out of the way, it's time to remove all of this soil. So there is a lot of ugly looking roots, especially here at the top. It's gonna look really nice once freshly repotted. And all these top roots are just dead. It's just a whole mess of roots. So it was way overdue for a good root work. So here we are, just getting that work. And see what we can discover as well. We might have some nice surprises in this whole mess of roots. So I'm just gonna work on removing. We have a lot of mess here of roots. Okay, so it's time for me to start working on those roots that are just going around, circling. It might be a major root work, but it needs to be done. So you can see this root is just circling all around this other one too. I need to get rid of it. There's another large one too. There's this one here as well, part of the same one. It's right there. Moving it there. I have some other ones over here. It's just a lot of circling roots. So that is what I need to work on, removing these nasty roots. So I have my pot here and my tree. Go right there. This will be my front right here. And that should be pretty flush. Let's see. Look back a little bit. See where we are. Need to move it more to the right. What about there? Let's see. That is perfect. This is front right here. Okay. See? That is good. So I'm going to add some wire and wire down the tree to the pot. So I have my tree in position. Now I'm just going to anchor down the tree into the pot just to keep that stability. I did do a major root prune, so there's not a lot of stability at the moment on this tree, so the wire should help a lot. So now that the tree is in position and anchored up, I'm going to fill up with bonsai soil. Now to get rid of those air pockets. So yeah, I think this is going to be doing really well. And I think I'm going to remove a little bit of growth from the top. Just a little bit. Because I think it's growing way too crazy at the top. And at the bottom, it's really taking all that energy away from the tree. So I need to get that done. Especially since now we're going to go into growth season. So I want that bottom portion of the tree to start getting stronger and getting that nice compacted growth at the top of the tree. So I just got done watering my tree and I'm just gonna work on doing some slightly pruning just to remove those crossing branches. This right here, there's some branches that are just crossing, overlapping each other, and that is the branches that need to go. Just getting some pruning done here. Something quick and easy, nothing crazy. but that is going to help a lot with the shape, especially once the tree starts waking up. It's really going to help further develop this tree. You can see there's just branches that are just crossing each other. That does not look right. It's just branches that we don't really need on our design. So there's branches that are just crossing. Those need to go. Here, this is so fine. Just crossing. Here, this is just going back to 4. Get rid of those. This. Overall, I think the tree it's got really good branching. All is just gonna be developing those tertiary branches, and maybe I need to do an air layer. I'll be showing you where, but just doing a little bit of pruning here, because once the tree gets fuller, it's gonna be harder to see the branches that I don't need. All that extra growth won't allow me to correctly prune this tree. Right here, let's see what we have there. There's some branches. This one, I think that should be pretty good. Really good. Let's just drop it down. See what we have back here. Whole mess. And they grow really fast. So I did a video of a quick pruning on this tree a while back ago, maybe towards the end of summer, and this thing just took off like crazy. So yeah, Chinese elms, they just grow really nicely, really fast. That's what I like about this one. So let's remove here. A lot of crazy growth at the back. So I think that should be it. Well, no, maybe not. A lot of branches down here that are just growing in all directions. There's two right here just crossing each other. We don't need that. Here it is, my Chinese elm, fully repotted after pretty much 2 years of waiting to get this repotted. And as you can see, I was able to fix that Nebari. You see how it was like a bunch of crazy, ugly, dead fruits right here? That's been fixed. The Nebari looks nicer. And yeah, I changed my front. Now I might want to do an air layer on this branch right here because I don't know. I feel like there's no lead on the tree, and this is too thick up here compared to right here. So if I do an air layer on this side, this is going to stay as my lead, which we shall see. I think it's looking really nice, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. Please subscribe, share, and you have a great day.